Hello student, welcome to E-Class Learning. I hope you all are fine and doing good. In this video, we are going to study the subject Geography and chapter number 3, Physiography and Drainage. In chapter 2, you have studied about the location and extent of India and Brazil. That is, you have done the compare study about the location of India and the Brazil. Now in the chapter number 3, we will study about the physiography and drainage of both the country, that is India and the Brazil. Chapter 3, Physiography and Drainage. Here you can see both the maps, that is India's physical map and Brazil physical map. These both maps are very important for studying this chapter in detail. For the purpose of study, both the countries are divided into 5 major physiographic divisions. These are, for India first, the Himalayas, the North Indian Plain, the Peninsula, coastal plains, island groups, and for the Brazil, the highland, the Great Escarpment, the coastal region, the plain, the island groups. Let's start with Himalayas. Himalayas is one of the young fold mountain in the world. As you see in the figure, fold mountain picture is given. Second, the Himalaya extend from Parmar North in Tajikistan to the east. In India, it extends from Jammu and Kashmir to Arunachal Pradesh. It is very much clear from the map if you carefully see it. The Himalaya is not a single mountain range. There are many parallel ranges in the system. For studying the Himalaya ranges more easily, we will study them the direction. That is, we will start with the south to north direction. As we go from south ranges to the north direction, the southernmost is known as Shivalik. It is also known as the youngest range. So from this we come to the southernmost ranges, which of the Himalayas are nothing but the youngest ranges. So after that, little bigger ranges that are coming, there are lesser Himalayas. So along with this, you can see in the map Shivalik. After that, immediately they are shown greater Himalayas. So between the greater Himalayas and Shivalik, there is another range that is called lesser Himalayas. So first, southernmost, that is the Shivalik, then lesser Himalayas, third greater Himalayas. At the topmost ranges, which are the old one, are called Trans Himalaya ranges. Now this is which we have studied from south to north. Now let's start the Himalaya ranges from west to east direction. So from the west Himalayas, they are called Western Himalayas, or another name they are also known as the Kashmir Himalayas. You can see in the picture number 3 it is very much clear. Then second is Central Himalayas. In the picture number 2 it is very much clear, which are also known as Himalayas. Third, Eastern Himalayas. So this classification helps us to understand the Himalayas ranges very easily. In this slide, the map which is shown is nothing but the India's map. So there they shown North Indian Plain. So exactly where is the location of North Indian Plain? It is between the Himalayas and Peninsula. So the region between the Himalayas and Peninsula is known as North Indian Plain. For study purpose, we will divide this North Indian Plain in 3 parts. First, in the map, you can see here, they have shown the Rajasthan, and that this is nothing but the desert area. Second one is shown the field, that is the fertile area, that is known as Punjab Plain. And the third one, you can see the Sundarban, that is a delta region that is created by the Ganga Plain. So let's study the North Indian Plain in detail. The North Indian Plains. These lies between Himalayas mountain in the north and the peninsula in the south. It extends from Rajasthan and Punjab in the west to Assam in the east. It is further divided for study purpose in the 3 parts: Thar Desert, Punjab Haryana Plains, Ganga Plains. Thar Desert. The western part of the North Indian Plain is occupied by desert. Second, it is also known as Murusthali. Third, most of Rajasthan is occupied by this desert. Second, Punjab Haryana Plain. To the north of the desert lie the plain of Punjab and spread to the west of Aravalli and Delhi ranges. Second point, plains have formed as a result of the deposition of work by the river Satluj and its tributaries. The slope of the plain is towards the west. Soil here is very fertile. Therefore, agriculture is largely practiced in this region, as I have shown you already in the map. Ganga Plain. The east of the Aravallis is the basin of the river Ganga, known as the Ganga Plain. Most of the West Bengal state of India and Bangladesh together constitute the delta of Ganga-Brahmaputra system. It has large delta of the world which is known as Sundarbans. Next part, the peninsula. The area lying to the south of North Indian plains and tapering towards the Indian Ocean is called Indian Peninsula. It consists of many plateaus and hill ranges. You can see in the map Aravalli, Vindhya, Satpura. So these are all the hill ranges and plateaus like Deccan Plateau, Chota Nagpur Plateau. Many plateaus are lying in this peninsular region. The Aravallis in the north are the oldest fold mountain here. It includes a series of plateaus bordering the plains, Vindhyanas and Satpura ranges in the central part and the hilly regions of western and eastern Ghats. This peninsula part is very important from your exam point of view. Try to see the location of all the places very carefully in the map. The coastal plains. India is blessed with a long coastal line extending for approximately 7,400 km. It lies to the western and the eastern part of the peninsula. Its western and eastern coastal lines show remarkable dissimilarity. Let's see them. West coast. It borders the Arabian Sea. It's rocky and comparatively narrow. What about the rivers here? Short and western flowing rivers flow to the western coast and meet the Arabian Sea. River forms estuaries in the western coastal region. Now let's study the east coast. It borders the Bay of Bengal, comparatively broader than the west coast. Third, about the rivers, long and easternward flowing rivers flow to the eastern coast and meet the Bay of Bengal. Rivers here form delta in the east coastal region. The island group. India has many small and large islands along the coast of the mainland. These are included in the coastal island group. Besides, India has a too large number of islands. The islands in the Arabian Sea are known as Lakshadweep. You can see in the map. Whereas the islands in the Bay of Bengal are called the Andaman Nicobar Islands. Most of the islands in Lakshadweep are atoll islands. Means these are the islands in the ring-shaped form. They are small in extent and not very high. You can see the islands which are there in the Lakshadweep in the map. They are very small. Islands in the Andaman group are mainly volcanic islands. They are large with hills in their interior parts of include an island called Barren Island, which has the only active volcano in India. There are atolls in the Nicobar group too. Now let's study the physiography of Brazil. Brazil. Even a cursory look at the map will make you realize that a large part of Brazil is occupied by highlands, plateaus and small mountains. There are no very high and long extending mountain in the country like we are having Himalayas in our country. Extend for the north Amazon basin and the southwest along the upper part of the Paraguay basin. There are no wide plains in the country. Even the coastal plains are restricted in their expanse. Let's start with the highlands. The southern part, Brazil, is occupied by the extensive plateau. It is extremely described as Brazilian highlands or Brazilian sheet or Brazilian plateau. The Brazilian and the Guiana Island together form the core of the Southern America continent. The main part of the Guiana Island is in Venezuela and it extends up to French Guiana. In Brazil, it covers the states of Roraima, Pará and Amapá in the north. The lower part of this island is found in Brazil. But the highest peak of Brazil, Pico de Labina, is 3,000 14-meter high and lies on the border between Brazil and Venezuela. You can see the location of Brazilian Highland, Gunena Highland as well as Pico de Labina. These 3 points are very important from the exam point of view. See the location of these 3 places very carefully. Brazilian Highland. The region to the east and the south of this highland have an altitude of more than 1000 meter, but in other part the altitude is between 500 to 1000 meter. The highland gradually slope towards north and slopes are not very steep as you can see in the map. The tributaries Amazon river make rapid waterfalls. It is very much clear from the map. In the north, the slopes are steep but not abrupt. Why? Because a number of rivers take off from the terminal position of the highland and flow towards to meet Atlantic Ocean in the northward. Some major rivers like Uruguay, Paraguay and Paraná originated from the southern slope of the highland and enter Argentina. Its slopes towards the east is steep and it appears in the form of an escarpment. Next, the Great Escarpment. Though it occupies a very small area, the nature of its slopes and the effect it has on the climate make it a separate physiographic region. The eastern side of the highland is demoted because of the escarpment and here the altitude of the escarpment is 790 meter. You can see in a map a curve shaped path escarpment. In some region the height decreases gradually. The escarpment is very steep, particularly from South Pole to Proto Algira. Both the places is very much clear in the map if you see South Pole and Proto Algira. The escarpment acts as a barrier to the southeast trade winds, giving rise to the rain shadow area in the northeastern part of the highlands. The region to the north of this area is called dwarf quadrilateral. I am repeating again. The region to the north of this escarpment area is called dwarf quadrilateral. It's very important from the exam point of view, children. Next, the coast. Brazil has a coastline of about 7,400 km. It divides it into the two parts, the north and the east coast. Northern coast extends from Amapá province in the north to Rio de Janeiro do Norte in the east. This can be called as the North Atlantic coast. From there, the east coast extends towards the south. The northern coast is characterized by the mouth of the many rivers, including the Amazon. Therefore, this region is a low-lying region. On this coast lie the Marajo Island, Marajo and Sao Marco Bays. You can see these three in the map. Marajo is a large coastal island located between the mouth of the river Amazon and river Tocantins. Both are very clear in the map. You see the location of there in the map. The east coast receives large number of small rivers. The only main river which meets the Atlantic Ocean here is San Francisco. The Brazilian coast is characterized by a large number of beaches and sand dunes. The plains. The plains in Brazil are confined to two areas, namely the Amazon basin in the north and Paraguay and Paraná source region in the southwest. Amazon plains lines between the two highlands form the largest plain land of Brazil. You can see in the map. Amazon plains lying in the northern part of the Brazil generally slope eastwards. The Amazon basin is quite wide in the west and it narrows eastward. Its width is minimum whereas the Gunena highland and the Brazilian highlands come closer. As the river approaches the Atlantic Ocean, the width of the plain increases. These are mostly forest areas and largely inaccessible due to the frequent flooding and dense undergrowth. Most of the Amazon plains are covered by tropical rainforest. The other plains in Brazil are located to the southern west part of the highland. They form the source region of Paraguaná and Paraná rivers. The source region of Paraguaná slopes towards the south, while the source region of Paraná slopes towards the southwest. Pantala is one of the largest wetlands in the world. It lies toward the southern west part of the highland areas. It is a region of swamps and marshes in northwestern Mato Grosso do Sul in Brazil, and it extended into Argentina too. Beside the mainland, some islands are also included in Brazil. They can be classified into coastal islands and marine islands. Most of the coastal islands have formed due to the deposition. Marine islands were the part of the mainland. They are more than 300 km away from the mainland in the Atlantic Ocean. These islands are mostly rocky and they are the top of the submerged mountain. The islands near the coast of the South Atlantic Ocean are coral islands and they are also called atolls. Here, the physiography of both India and the Brazil is get over. In next video, we are going to study the drainage system of India and the Brazil. Thank you and take care.